action on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Allie, take it away.
Brian, as the NBA pivots away from the post and towards the perimeter, we're seeing more teams employ three-guard lineups to great effect, trading some size for skill. We'll see if the trend continues, but guys, for now, it seems that even if there's only one ball, having multiple ball handlers can be very effective.
Very interesting, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you. Here's a look at some stats for Chris Paul.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Spurs, Murray and White in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Doug McDermott. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. And 2 conference rivals facing off here. Grant, what were some of your fiercest rivalries at the NBA level?
You know, when I was in Detroit, it had to be the Hawks, and I think probably the Bulls. I think the Bulls were everybody's rival in the Eastern Conference back then. And then, of course, in Phoenix, we had some real battles with the Lakers.
Now here's White. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Outside Murray. Six to shoot. Johnson a screen on Paul. Here's Murray. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now here's Paul. Turned in an outstanding game against Dallas. White against Booker. White, the pass to McDermott. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Now here's Paul. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. Outside Booker. Over Murray. They grab their own miss. Crowder against McDermott. Bridges passes to Booker. Fires from deep. Booker missing again. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 to get this one going. And while it can hurt you from outside, Devin Booker has a very rounded game with his shot.
Yeah, last few years, Booker has taken more mid-range jumpers. He feels comfortable pulling up from anywhere in the half court. I mean, he's learning to take whatever the defense gives him.
That free throw no good.
One of the more improved players over the last few years, Murray has thrived in his high-usage role. You just wonder, how good can this kid become?
And he can't hit the second. And it's really incredible the number of ways Murray can affect a game.
I mean, I totally agree, B.A. I mean, he creates for himself and others. One of the best rebounders in the league at his position. And boy, is he disruptive on defense.
And he gets it to go.
Chris Paul is the master of the pick and roll, understanding how to utilize his teammates to the best of their abilities.
White finds Murray. McDermott outside. White with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Pirtle, the pass to McDermott. Here's Murray. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. free throw drops from Murray. And Murray drops them both. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Rebounded by Johnson.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Johnson. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Murray passes to Pirtle. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Well, this is the expectation for Jakob Pirtle. His scoring in the post has to be there for him.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Paul can't get it to go.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Murray passes to Johnson. Here's Pirtle, and there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up, and the foul called on the Phoenix Suns.
So how cool is it that Jakob Pirtle makes NBA history as the first ever Austrian-born player in the league? Doesn't matter what else he does in his career, he'll always have that distinction. That's cool.
Well, we've got some hot starts and some ugly starts early in the season. Grant, how long should teams wait before worrying about their record?
Well, it's simple, B.A. If you have a bad record, you should always be worried. But most GMs don't think about making changes until about the halfway mark.
No good on the free throw. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for McDermott. Vassell comes in for Johnson. Walker, he's checked in for White. And Forbes subbed in for Murray. And the Suns will go for a different look here. McGee, he's checked in for Deandre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Shamet, he's checked in for Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Eubanks, it's not going to go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
The Suns trailing. You know, ever since the Orlando bubble, Payne has been a much improved player, Doris.
Well, there's no doubt Cameron Payne used the momentum gained in Orlando. That confidence has carried over, and now he's finding himself a rotation player who's making contributions.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
McGee a screen, and here's Crowder from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Now here's Payne. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Pass to Johnson. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McGee. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. Here's Walker. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Free throw good, Walker. And both free throws good for Walker. Right side Payne. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, good whistle there.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And so the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Back after this. And he's always been a coach on the floor. Chris Paul is a communicator.
With anything, whether it's business, work, relationships, whatever, it's communication. And I think that's something that we're doing an amazing job of right now. And that's communicating, talking through things, and making sure, even when it gets tough, that we continue to communicate.
And CP3 never shy, Grant.
Never shy indeed. Always holding himself and his teammates accountable.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court right now for the Suns. The duo inside, Johnson and Ayton. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3. D9!
Boy, really tough to score on Deandre Ayton. Such a patient shot blocker, guys.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Thaddeus Young.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Well, Grant, does it seem like teams are carrying fewer specialists than they used to?
You know, B.A., I actually think there's more specialists. I mean, think about it. You have certain players who can do everything, who are versatile, who can carry a team. But then you surround them and complement them with guys who can knock down open jump shots. So I actually think you have more specialists, a lot of them being shooters who can space the floor for their ball club.
The first one falls. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. San Antonio leading. Right side Johnson. Oh, rejected by Ayton. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Paul against Murray. Down low. And Young the bucket on the assist by Murray.
You can see how comfortable Thad Young is. Give him the ball, let him go into attack mode.
Ayton, a screen on Murray. The rebound by the Spurs. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's White. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
What a connection Deandre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Murray finds Johnson. Drives to the hoop. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Pass to Paul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Ayton. Hits the jump hook. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the big man flashing his touch. Deandre Ayton makes it look easy.
Murray passes to White. Back to Murray. There's a screen. High post Young. Pass to Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. Bridges against Young. Bridges right side. Ayton with a screen. Bridges with it. Now McDermott defending. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. A chance to check out the Phoenix Suns' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio, going up against the Spurs.
And for that game against the Cavaliers, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Now here's McDermott. 11 points for him last game against Minnesota. Murray, no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with. Some people don't give Chris Paul enough credit for his outstanding shooting, but he can knock it down. You can't give him any room.
Here's Ayton. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Drops in the layup for 2. Now just a 3-point Spurs lead.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. Checking out the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the nets from range the last 10 games. In the third spot, the Suns.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Pirtle. Tries again. The kick out to Walker. On the wing, Forbes. 5 to shoot, and here's Pirtle. Spurs need to get one up here. Eubanks. San Antonio again missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Crowder outside. Pass to Payne. There's the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. McGee, he's checked in for the Suns. The Suns trailing, and McGee with the stuff.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Pass to Forbes. Back to Walker. To the paint. A shot to stop the drought, and that one drops for him. Pirtle's got 6.
Boy, getting his points the hard way. Jakob has to absorb contact and able to use his strength there.
Here's Payne. It's blocked. They get it back. A nice shot by McGee.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Walker. Hauled in by McGee.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And here's Payne, covered by Pirtle. To the inside. Here's Ayton. With 1 on the clock. And Ayton, throw it down.
Well, incredible finesse. Deandre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
And so it's Deandre Ayton making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. Play tremendous D, challenging every shot at the rim. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome, folks. For the Phoenix Suns tonight, they're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs.
The road could be unfriendly, and they've clearly risen to the challenge. They're shrugging off the chants from the fans. Defense, you solid. That's no. They're playing their focus, and they're getting to work. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
All right, and now that we have a moment, here are the upcoming games on the schedule.
I hope they see the upcoming road games as an opportunity to spend time together and build trust. The ties you make with your guys on the trip can really strengthen the squad, like me and you, Ernie. Forget Kenny. Me and you are tight.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Deandre Ayton.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle, you love the work ethic he has had on display.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Murray and White in the backcourt. Doug McDermott out there with Jakob Pirtle. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Bridges. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Booker can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Deandre Ayton being the #1 pick in 2018, his potential is obvious. With his team on the rise, he's looking to impose his will on a nightly basis. Ayton said, quote, "I know how hard I work and what kind of a player I am. I'm trying to take over every possession, being more dominant every game."
Oh, scary thought, Allie. Thanks.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Pirtle finds Johnson. High arcing shot. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Pass to Paul. Ayton, a screen on McDermott. Paul passes to Ayton. Oh, a special move before that shot. And now a three-point Phoenix lead.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Ayton against Johnson. Ooh, Ayton with the block. Now here's Booker. Defense is right there. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Boy, Devin Booker is just such an explosive force on the offensive end. He can take over a game each and every night he steps between the lines.
The Spurs have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. White, the pass to Murray. Over Paul. Here's Pirtle. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Deandre Ayton.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Pirtle with a show of some strength.
Boy, when Booker gets locked indoors, he's as deadly as they come in the NBA.
Well, the list of guys who've gone for a 70-point eruption is still very short. 20 points per game for almost the entirety of his career. This guy scores with ease. I don't care what defender you send at him.
Young, he's checked in for San Antonio.
One shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. It's Bridges on the wing, inside. Here's McGee. Pirtle with some nice D. For San Antonio, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Murray passes to White. Young with a screen on McGee. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Crowder. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. The free throw drops for Johnson, and the Spurs with some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Pirtle. Walker comes in for White, and Forbes subbed in for Murray. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Payne comes in for Devin Booker. And Johnson drops them both. Well, Phoenix is shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. There's the screen by Johnson. The drive by Paul. And that one's good.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Walker passes to Young. Johnson against Bridges. The kick out to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Eubanks the screen. Young with it. And it's McGee picking him up. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which point guards have been outperforming their peers in the steals category the last 10 games. Number 1, Chris Paul. 4th, DeJounte Murray.
Swiping the ball involves so much. It's reading passing lanes, understanding the offense in general, and taking high percentage risk. They do all of that.
You know, I think that's the mentality they have when it comes to defending aggressive. They don't let up for 1 single second at that end of the floor, and they're always looking to cause you discomfort.
Now here's Walker. To the middle. Here's Eubanks. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Paul. He gets it in there. Paul's got 6 points.
Boy, I love Chris Paul's ability to work on the interior. Tenacious, crafty. Few players his size have done it better.
The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Shamet, he's checked in for Paul. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Eubanks. The steal. Here's Shamet. Walker covering. Johnson a screen on Walker. Here's Johnson. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. That's on Keldon Johnson. Free throw drops for Johnson. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Eubanks. On the wing, Forbes. Puts it up from 12. The Suns clear it. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Bridges. Back to Payne. Inside. And there's McGee. That one's good. On the assist by Payne.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Suns ahead, up by 5. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for Phoenix, Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Got it.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And Phoenix has possession after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Bridges. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And a player like Mikal Bridges, he's had very high confidence in his abilities.
Well, I mean, listen, his history is that of a winning player. Came into the league believing in himself because of his career collegiately. National championship player at Villanova. He has every right to think he can be elite.
That's good from Bridges. And Mikal Bridges, man, has he grown in this league, growing more and more deadly with that shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's increased the amount of threes he takes. He's gone from average shooter to a great one. A fantastic option to have out there on the wing.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title.
Here's Vassell. White on the wing. Outside Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns fast break. Here's Paul. Up and in on the layup. And the Suns lead by 7. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Suns?
Defensively, they've played with a high energy level tonight. And all the steals we've seen, a result of that aggressiveness.
Well, also, I think their blocked shots really jump off the page. They've sent a lot of attempts right back where they came from today. Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Ayton, the screen on Murray. The drive by Paul. Over Murray. Rebound San Antonio. Pirtle's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Pass to McDermott. Up and over Crowder. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Well, the Suns shooting just 37% in the game. Up top, Paul. Now here's Bridges. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ballgame.
Paul against Murray. Down low. Here's Pirtle. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
How about they look to Pirtle in a critical stretch, and he comes through. The pressure bringing out his best.
Crowder outside. Pass to Bridges. Clock at 6. Outside for Booker. That 3's off the mark.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Crowder finds Bridges. Paul against McDermott. Ayton, the screen on McDermott. To the paint. And there's Ayton on the assist from Paul. And the Suns lead by 7.
Guys, I like how assertive Deandre Ayton is looking right now. This is allowing him to stay hot out there.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Payne's checked in for the Suns. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He said, quote, "We are within striking distance. This is where we take over and turn this game into our favor. Let's go get it."
Thanks for that, Allie. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside Johnson. Back to Murray. Outside Johnson. Hurdle with a screen on Bridges. It's Johnson with a drive. Ooh, Ayton with the block. Payne against Murray. Crowder outside. Back to Payne. Bridges passes to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Bridges misses. The Spurs have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Murray. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Ayton, a screen on White. Here's Crowder. That shot off. Good work defensively by White.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Crowder, the pass to Booker. So the Suns win it, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie